Hey folks, great to see you today. Thanks for joining me today on live, and I hope everything is technically working correct. Hi folks, I'm not sure if it just restarted or just started for the first time. I'm still so new at this. Just wanted to thank you for joining me today. It's November 4th, 2022. Can't believe we're already in November. Wearing my pumpkin shirt to get into the fall season. We went out, did some picking, and that helped brighten our days. Definitely thank you for taking time out today to join me and to be here live. And if you're able to watch the recording, I thank you for that as well. It really is an honor always to share messages with you from Spirit. And I start always off any session to let you know I only ask for messages of the best and highest good. Should probably tell you I'm Donna Marie Crawford. You'll find me at donnamariecrawford.com. Forgot to introduce myself. Somebody just reminded me of that. But I ask for messages of only the best and highest good because I truly believe when we ask for to stay in the light, there is no darkness because you can't have darkness when there's light. So that's always been my way of approaching reaching out for guidance and sharing it with others. And that's how I've always been able to receive it and know the blessing of true connection with Creator of all. And love to share that with others. I am a psychic medium, so a psychic's kind of life path, life journey, what's going on in this realm of experience. And then also mediumship, which is connecting with your loved ones in spirit, allowing them to share messages with you and often validate what it is that you've received for yourself. But truly, what a blessing it is to be able to know that our loved ones are still with us and around us and able to share messages with us. So, would like to start off with a reading. Oh, I lost my card cover. Well, you all know with this card deck, it's the Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine Angel Tarot deck. I'd like to start off with this deck today, and this is a deck that I share daily messages with on my Facebook page, Donna Marie Crawford. And I also use these for private sessions, sometimes on individual sessions. I do 12-month forecasts, those are always fun to get. And also just a general question to ask for a card reading with these cards used as the deliverer of the messages. So today I ask Spirit, what is for the best and highest good for all? And the card that's coming up to the top here is the Ten of Earth. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Boy, isn't that something we all could really aspire to allow more in our journey, right? Is to have that inspiration of all these things that pop up on the screen here, folks. I'm doing my. There we go. Getting in the range. Just when you got it, it shifts, right? Well, I think this is a self-focusing camera. But there is such beauty in this card. Every color you can see is there. So showing the cards isn't really doing wonders. But there's, this etheric being over the mother and the two children, all with wings on. Of course, this is an angel card deck. And really beautiful, like I say, it's like the colors of everything, the full spectrum. So when we allow ourselves to have that happy home life, family life, know that we have financial security no matter where we are, or financially, you might say, and finding the magic in the little things in life. Truly, finding the magic in the little things in life can be our free will choice. So let's open up to making those choices of seeing the things around us, the the little things that really matter. You know, when I sit out front and I hear the birds sing, I listen to what kind of bird it was, and then I see the leaves floating down that look like helicopters, and the pecans that are falling, and here, baby, and you know, we really, when we come into that present moment, and we just trust that. Sorry, I'm just trying to help you, baby. Instead of doing that, you could have done that. I got my right hand here, which is kind of my left hand. Just move that out of the way, babe, and then that you can sit there. And Oreo's here too. We got a whole family affair here for you folks today. I gotta love lives. That's what happens. Is improvise. Sorry about that. Um, but the little things. See the little things. Trying to make things easier for Bob. You gotta find the little things in life. Um, Trust that we really all can make those choices, and we are inspired to all the time by Spirit, in every moment of all of our days. It just is a choice. And when we know that we can make choices, we have free will. We like to assert it in so many areas in our life. Use it in those areas, and you'll find more presence and peace in those moments. So I am Donna Marie from DonnaMarieCrawford.com. I also have a group, freetobepsychic.com. You can find out information there. It's a private group. Um, I offer all kinds of services, and for all comfort levels. And if you would like to meet with me individually, if you would like to work with me as mentoring, anyway, anyhow, I'm always open to the blessing of and the honor of joining you on your journey, in this life. So if you'd like a card, please put a little note in the comments below. I'm going to go below here and try to see how I can do. Um, I see one card. Now, you folks, be patient with me if they go by. Bob's helping me, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can so I could get up to snuff, and he doesn't have to take every Friday off, from work and his lunch hour to help us be here. Um, so the first card that was requested today is, from Christine. And Christine, thank you for being here today. I truly am honored to have your presence, and thank you for joining me live. You just never know what could happen with Donna live. I've been known to affect energy, and you just don't know. Oreo could pop up any minute. Who knows? The lawnmower went by one week, so I'm yelling over the lawnmower, but we're going to get it done anyway, because this is my lunchtime live I'm having every Friday at 11 o'clock Central, because that's the zone I'm in, and 12 o'clock Eastern. And you folks on the West Coast, I know you're just starting your day, but it is Friday, so let's all celebrate that Friday. And as I shuffle the deck, I ask for Christine's best and highest good. What message is meant to come through for her today? I have the ability. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm using this deck now. It would be nice to tell you where your card's coming from. Asking it is given. I was just picked up the deck and started shuffling it for you, so I know that's the deck for you, Miss Christine. I have the ability to direct my own thoughts. Oh, isn't it divine how Spirit aligns exactly what it is that needs to be shared today? And I already started off with that at the beginning of the session with that first card for everyone of that free will, and knowing that we can affect our journey. We can choose to. We have that ability. We're creating, and we're with Creator, and Creator's with us, and we can make those choices. You have the option of observing things as they are, or imagining them as you want them to be. And whichever option you choose, your thoughts produce a vibration within you that equals your point of attraction. And then circumstances and events line up to match the vibration that you have offered. You know, that's why, when I brought through that other message about the financial stuff, even if you're having some financial struggles, If you think of it as struggles, that's what it is. If you think of it as just, a financial soft spot or something less um, abrasive, or, this is, I am financially abundant in all ways. Keep those kind of things in mind. And, you know, um, my dad many years ago was in AA, and one of their mottos was, walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk, but talk the talk until you can walk the walk. So it's like once you keep telling yourself certain things over and over, you are sending out that vibrational frequency that will equal that. And the universe does align with what we are sending out. I know it sounds like woo woo, and it kind of is woo woo because it's energy, and we haven't quite figured it all out yet. But we do know the results. And when we look at results, we see that we can affect them. Okay. And now I do not do good with names, so I'm going to spell your name Kirsikka. Um, Thank you for joining me today. I'm saying that within my head, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to not do it justice. It looks like such a beautiful name. I'm asking Spirit to bring through for your best and highest good the message that you're meant to hear today. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. You gotta love vibration. This is a beautiful card too. I love it because it's like this being is a star in the middle of all these lines of energy coming out. And I have no idea, folks, why I cannot get this into focus for you today. I apologize, but the messages are what's most important. And these pictures give you a good idea. They're not intricate, so you are, even in your physical expression of flesh, blood and bone, a vibrational being. And everything you experience in your physical environment is vibrational. And it is only through your ability to translate vibration that you are able to understand your physical world at all. Ears are our best example of vibration and how it has to go through the eardrum, this divinely perfect thing that we have within our ear to translate the vibration of sound into a comprehensible frequency. And that's what can trip so many of us up is if we can't see it or figure out how it affects the vibrational energy of electricity. They don't really know how it works, but it works, so let's use it. We don't have to talk about that part. But if you realize that you're vibrational and that you can affect things, then you can really see how the world works with you and you with it, and how it does flow in a very positive way. Okay? And I know so many of us wonder if we are vibrational beings. What vibration am I? But truly, we are all, and we are all individual, and we are meant to be divine and unique in our own way. Okay, I have Keeka. Kaika. I believe I tried that one. I hope I did okay with it. I ask for the best and highest good for messages, and I thank you for being here today. And also ask others to open up. If you're hearing a message given to someone else that's on this event, this live event today, asking for a message, and you feel it connects with you, truly know it does. We all come together for a reason and a purpose, and it's always meant to benefit us in some way. A consistent formula gives me consistent results. There's that vibrational stuff again. When we stay in the do's, we get the do's. If we stay in the don'ts keep coming. And we don't want the don'ts. So we can switch to the do's and allow the don'ts to help us know what we do want. Okay? Learning to understand the basics of mathematics and then the successful experience of understanding the results of their applications. Once you have a formula for understanding your world that is always consistent, it will yield consistent results to you. You know, how true is that? Once we realize that something is possible, then it is possible. And when we allow ourselves to stay in that consistent knowing, so many of the impossible things become possible. Because truly, impossible is meant to be I'm possible. And that message is definitely for you. So please know that anything that you can dream about, you can achieve. So give yourself the grace of opening to all possibilities and not the narrow human ways that we often see things. Now, again, Donna at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. You'll find me there, and I will always invite you to check out my offerings. Sorry, Spirit's coming through. And find something if you want to meet with me. There's always a way of connecting. I have a VIP group. You'll get 31 days of inspiration as as a benefit, just to start off by signing up for the VIP group and receive different information about all the things that I do offer and discounts that I like to give to my special VIP members. Okay, Nandita. I hope I did that right. It looks like Dita, like Rita, Nandita. I'm asking Spirit to please bring a message through for you. And thank you very much for being here live and allowing me to give you guidance from Spirit directly today. Only I know what is appropriate for me. This is a wonderful message for all of us to embrace, and I thank you for bringing it forward for this soul today and for all souls who hear this message. When you remember that everyone who asks is given, then how wonderful and appropriate it is for you to make the choices for you. For the universe operates much more efficiently without a middleman interceding on your behalf. You always know in the moment what is best for you. And, you know, folks, the thing that can get us tripped up as a human is it can change. You know, one day when I was young, I didn't like peas. Don't ask me to eat a pea. I would just sit there all night and have to go to bed without getting up from the dinner table because I didn't like peas. But now I really like peas, and I don't know how that changed or when it did. It just did. So always know, you do know in that moment. When someone asks you, well, what do you think? And you say, I don't know. You do. You really do. Maybe you don't want to say, maybe it's okay, whatever that is, but trust and know. Own it for yourself, within yourself, on how you do feel so that you can understand what it is that's going on around you, because we are our own vibrational reader. No one else can know. We could put on that happy face, but inside we're not feeling so happy. Trust and know that always leading you to the next best place is Creator. And you don't need anyone to tell you what you think or how you feel. Trust yourself, because we are all connected with Divine Creator in all moments. And we are able. See, I'm trying to get it as close and then back it up, and I'm not finding a sweet spot, folks, today. I don't know, maybe it's the lighting. And just when I think I have it, the automatic goes off. But you know, I noticed the downward gaze with this soul. But I also see that the soul is connecting with a bird. And birds and animals, we always relate to pureness and energy and divine knowing. So if you do connect with, um, hi Diane, if you do connect with others that are um, trying to say what you should do and how you should do it, and it doesn't align, find a way for yourself to share what does, because it is most important. When we're not following what we know for what's appropriate for ourselves, that's when we start getting that not so good feels. Um, Always an indication to check back in with yourself, find out what's going on, and try to open up to that guidance that you are meant to allow. Um, okay, Miss Janine, thanks for joining us today. I ask Spirit to open up and bring through what is for the best and highest good for Janine today. And I thank you for being here so very much. It opens us up to sharing messages for ourselves and for others. And it really is true that when you hear a message that connects, even if it's given to someone else, I know it's always meant for that soul. It's happened to me so many, and so many others have shared that. So trust it, okay? Why are they not getting what they are asking for? That little individual sitting in that little house, looking out that little window, all by them, their little self, in this big picture. If people are not receiving what they are asking for, it can only be that the persons holding the desire are out of alignment with their own requests. There is no shortage, there is no lack, there is no competition for resource. There is only the allowing or the disallowing of that which one is asking for. There is only allowing or the disallowing of that which one is asking for. Again, that staying in the I'm possible, it's all possible, everything's possible. Um, Trusting and knowing that what you're asking for, you are deserving of too. I'm being asked to say, Janine. So often we feel we are very humble souls, and we just want to have a simple way of being and a simple way of life, and just don't feel like we deserve too much. So you are deserving of all that you share with others, as well as receiving. So please allow yourself to receive and know that you are deserving. Thank you for allowing me to share that message with you today, and for Spirit bringing it through me to you. All right. Miss Stacy, great to see you here. I love your energy. You always lift me up in such a wonderful, etheric way. You're a divine part of my journey, and I thank you for joining me today. There is an evolutionary value to my personal preferences. Do not underestimate the value of your preferences, for the evolution of your planet depends upon those of you on the leading edge of thought, continuing to fine-tune your desires. And the contrast or variety provides the perfect environment for the formation of your personal preferences. That's why we have such a variety of things here, folks. And I was asking Spirit one day about why can there be so many different belief systems? How can that really, work? And they just gave me so often a very simple answer. And I was raised Roman Catholic. I've had all my sacraments. I was just going through paperwork and I found my baptismal certificate the other day. Funny. But I was asking, so they gave it to me in a way that I would understand, and the message came through. Well, we're all in the same church. We're just in different pews. So knowing that we have all of this variety, we have all of this buffet of deliciousness,
as Esther often says from Abraham, is open up to tasting a little bit of this and a little bit of that and seeing what are your preferences. Sometimes we don't even know, just like the peas. I didn't know I was going to like peas at some point, but somehow, some way, I started eating them, and now I actually choose them. So we have to have the ability to stay open to evolving and knowing that just because something didn't align with you when you were 20 or did doesn't mean it won't or will when you're 60. So just open up to those kind of thoughts, folks, and you'll see how Creator brings those very simple messages and guidance to you when you ask those kind of questions. So thank you, Stacy. Keep going on that path of life and allowing yourself to try and I love that it said, those of us that are on the cutting edge, well, the cutting edge of thought, continuing to fine tune your desires. You are definitely an etheric being of light that is meant to shine here and share with others that there is more to this world than this world. So thank you, Stacy. All right, Katrina, I can say that name. I think I did that one okay. Thank you for being here today. I ask Spirit to bring through a message just for you. Um, Bob is manning my. I find myself trying to do too many things, folks, and it gets a little confusing to me. So Bob is helping me gather names. We're doing the best we can, trying not to miss anybody. But if we do, please understand that I'm doing my best, and that's, as my mother always said, that's all anybody can ever ask of you. So for Katrina today, Spirit is bringing through this message. The most powerful law in the universe. Look at the blue bird on the red flower. Every thought vibrates. Every thought radiates a signal. And every thought attracts a matching signal back. We call that the process we call that process the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And we can dispute a lot of laws and our man-made laws, and some are good and some are bad, but there are universal laws that are just undisputable. They're just there. They affect us. The law of attraction is my best example as a, not highly educated person, but it makes sense when they gave that to me because I can't see it. I can't feel it. I know it's there. I know what the effect is. It keeps me on the planet because we watch people in space floating around where there is no law of gravity. But on this planet there is. And there is also the law of attraction. And truly, the do's come in. And the don'ts come in. Because Creator doesn't need to differentiate yes or no. We were created as logical beings, folks. And Creator of all created that. And if we're logical, we're not going to spend all our time thinking about what we don't want. Unless we don't want that. So stay in the do's. And Katrina, you are powerful and you're manifesting and you've known it for a long time. You've seen it. You've even helped others. But you are human, my dear. And it does slip away every now and then. So stay in grace with yourself and know that, as soon as you see something that's like not feeling good or aligned with you, realize where the don'ts came in and just shift them into the do's, because that's one of the joys of this experience is we all know that we can make every pro a con and every con a pro. So let's just do that and keep going from the con to the pros as often as it takes to just keep doing it. Oreo is really wanting to get on my lap, folks, and I'll get him up at the end, but I can't do the cards and the dog and I need a couple more hands to do that. So remember, if there's anything that you would like to meet with me individually about, I do individual sessions. You'll find out information about me at donnamariecrawford.com. Got it in the comments here for anybody to click on if they want to check out my beautiful site my husband has created for me. He's my tech guy and my everything. Um, but the 12-month forecast season is coming in, so if you'd like to get one of those, please try to get in. Um, I know a lot of people like them to start the beginning of the year, so they do take quite a bit of energy and quite a bit of tech to get them to you. So um, if you're looking for one, I'd be honored to share a year's worth of guidance with you. Okay, and Miss Lisa, happy birthday. I won't sing. I am definitely not singing since I had my tonsils out, and absolutely not singing since I had my thyroid surgery. So, um, wishing you verbally a happy birthday. Thank you for joining me on your birthday and allowing Spirit to bring a message through me to you of only your best and highest good for today. And let's, parlay this for a year. Let's ask Spirit what is something that Miss Lisa can have to bring with her for the upcoming year. My uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. I love this because the picture is illustration of a bird flying and a balloon floating and butterflies and clouds and leaves and flowers, yet the person standing behind a closed door. And the message on this card is, there is no reason to worry about your thoughts, for they are not a loaded gun that may wreak havoc and instantly destruct. For you have plenty of time, as soon as you become aware of any negative feelings, to begin to choose other less resistant thoughts and thereby choose a more desired outcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for bringing this message through for Miss Lisa. Uh, you know, we feel trapped often. We're that little person behind that door where, we're just thinking that things are not working out or the doors are closed to us. Um, or for me, even, they're asking me to bring this up because I think it may apply to Lisa. Is like your thoughts are all over the place. Like you think of this, and then you think of that, and then you think of this, and then you're like, well, how can anything happen if I'm thinking of all these things? There's a gazillion things to be thinking of. So how can any of it happen? Well, I call that a tennis match for me. I do that often. Poor Spirit, trying whoever's in charge of looking out for me. God bless them. That's what I say because we can do a tennis match. But as soon as we become aware that we're not in the best thoughts, best positive energy, that's our cue to shift. And we've already talked about free will. So we have that free will. We can take that shift. And Creator will always provide us with a way of doing that. A word, a thought, an opportunity. Something flies by. Somebody calls on the phone. You have to leave to go to an appointment. The car you're in the car, you have a red light, and you get to change the radio to a better song that makes you feel higher, more vibrational. Bopping. Bob was on hold the other day, and a song came on, and he's bopping along because it's our, bopping along song. No, not Justin Bieber. Justin Timberlake. Ooh, Justin Bieber. So know that you can. And Lisa, you got this in you, and you got it this year because this is the year of being positive for you. And I'm asking you to know that this is a validation for what you've been feeling is really meant to be part of this upcoming year. So thank you for allowing me to share that message with you and anyone else who was able to get on today to this live or who listens to the recording later. If it connects with you, it's meant for you. But that one's specially for you, Miss Lisa. Okay, Miss Amy. Thank you for being here, Amy. I really appreciate you allowing us to bring a message forward for you. And I thank Spirit always for only bringing the best and highest good through. I am not about controlling my thoughts, it is about guiding them. Excuse me, it's not I. It is not about controlling my thoughts, it is about guiding them. Oh, it's such a great theme coming through today. I love this. And Oreo's in on it too. See that? We are not encouraging you to make an effort to control your thoughts, but instead to be more or less guide your thoughts. Reach for the way you would like to feel is an easier way to hold your thoughts in vibrational alignment with that which you believe is good. Reaching for the way you would like to feel is an easier way to hold your thoughts in vibrational alignment with that which you believe is good. It's becoming aware, just as Miss Lisa's gonna have this year, wonderful year coming up, Miss Amy. It's knowing that I can't control my thoughts. I can think thoughts. It's fun because there's times I say to Bob, where did that thought come from? And I immediately think of the old Flip Wilson, the devil made me do it. Devil on one side, angel on the other side. And that's what it comes to me. It's like this horrible thought came in. No, it's just a thought. It came in, it floats by. Sometimes they're naughty. Sometimes they make me giggle. Sometimes they make me wonder if I'm a bad person. But I'm not. Because it came in and it went out and I giggled and I let it go. We can do that. We can guide those thoughts right out and not act on those thoughts or say something. We can guide our energy, our response to things. So allowing yourself to always, if you're not feeling good and you realize you're not feeling good, that's the cue right there. That's Spirit, Creator tapping you, God saying, you're not feeling good, let me help you feel better. And then taking that inspired action. You got to take action on the inspiration you get because it's kind of, it'll keep coming, and never ending. There's no such thing as impatient. They don't get impatient with us and give up. Creator of all and all that is in creation never gives up on any of us. So there's always that encouragement coming through. Reach for a way that makes you feel better, and it'll be there for you. Thank you, Miss Amy. Well, Dawn, it's so great to see you. Thanks for making it today. I know you're busy doing your stuff, and it's such an honor to have your energy here, uplifting me and joining us all on this Lunchtime Live. I'm going to be holding them every Friday, and if anyone would like a private message, I'm always open. I have a scheduling calendar on my site, so it's always a great thing to find the best time for you that matches with me and Spirit, and know that we'll be there for you to give you those messages. Oh, there you go. Here you go, Dawn. Here's a nice sunflower one for you. When my desires and beliefs are a vibrational match. What a big sunflower. The message is so beautiful. That which is like unto itself is drawn. There's that law of attraction stuff again coming for us. So the vibration of your being must match the vibration of your desire. Another way of saying that is your desires and your beliefs must be a vibrational match in order for you to receive that which you desire. So often we don't believe that we are deserving of something, so we don't draw it into our experience. Or we don't believe something is possible, so it's not possible. But as soon as they ran that 4-minute mile, how many people broke that 4-minute mile after that? And I think we're just going to keep doing it until we have those Neanderthal people who can just zip like the Flash I just thought of Big Bang Theory with Sheldon, one of those episodes. He was the Flash, and but when you know that your desires and your belief match, things happen. When your desire and what you believe don't, it can't happen. So let's get those things in alignment and keep the ball rolling, Miss Dawn, because there's so much positive going on that's just waiting for you and us and all of us to become involved in. So um, keep those desires and beliefs matching vibrationally, because we could say one thing, just as we were talking before, where we could be smiling but be sad within, or we could be strong yet we're shaking. Allow yourself to keep that strong and know that if I can be strong on the outside, I'm strong on the inside. However, it translates for you. But thank you for allowing us to have that message today. Thank you, Creator of all, and Dawn for bringing that message through. If any of the messages connect with you that were given to others, they really, really are. I know I say that a few times during the live, but it's really important to remind you of that, because sometimes people say, "Well, that was for her. It can't be for me." But if it feels like it was for you, trust in how it feels. That's what's most important, folks. That's true connection with creation and divine creator of all. Okay. Okay. Miss Rebecca, thank you for being here. So great to connect with you today. And your energy just is so warm. I could just feel the warmth surrounding me. Miss Rebecca is quite an angel in life herself. All that she does for everyone that comes in contact with her on a daily basis. I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. I love, love, love this message. And, you know, it's fun. Those are flowers, but when I first looked at them, I thought of them as snowflakes, because we're getting into that cooler season. There is no thought that you cannot eventually have, just as there is no place that you cannot eventually reach from where you are. But you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thought you are usually thinking. So I love the usually in this line, Miss Rebecca, because you are often a very high frequency vibration, and that's your usual. So when you're lower than that, that's when you get uncomfortable. Um, that's wonderful for you. Slide that Esther talks about, or Esther Abraham talks about in the book for Ask and It Is Given, about the you can't just jump from despair to joyful, but you can go from despair to sadness, and from sadness to acceptance, say. And they have, you know, this scale that shows us that we can gradually start to move towards what our usual, what feels right to us, frequency is. So when we're not in our normal cheerful self, if that's who we truly are, that's when we're feeling discord. But you can gradually get yourself back there. It doesn't have to be, okay, I'm sad, and then, I'm happy. No, it could be, I'm sad, and I'm going to feel that next best thing. Um, but what I caught on this for you, Miss Rebecca, was but you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thoughts you are usually thinking. Because when you jump like that, that's when it doesn't feel good. And again, that's your cue. If you're your usual happy self, and then boom, something happens, there was a gradual down the slide. When you start to see that gradual, let's stop it there and start going up the ladder instead of down the slide. Ooh, that was a good little message there. Up the ladder, Miss Rebecca, not down the slide. Okay, Miss Margot. Let's Ask Spirit to bring through what is for your best and highest good, and share with you what is the message that's meant for you today. Behind my every desire is my desire to feel good. Oh, see, I really love to notice how these cards, they always go back in the deck, but how these cards all come, and there's like themes so often in spirit messages and for those that come together for them. There is no desire that anyone holds for any other reason than that they believe they will feel better in the achievement of it. Whether it is a material object, a physical state of being, a relationship, a condition, or a circumstances, at the heart of every desire is the desire to feel good. And you know, folks, we're not always going to understand anyone else's desires or everyone else's desires. But that doesn't mean their desire isn't to feel good in their way, on their own emotional gauge that we all have within ourselves. And it's been so much shared with me that it's not, everybody's gauge is different, just like everybody's common sense is different. So is our desire, and what feels good to us is different. And it doesn't make anybody's better or worse or right or wrong. They're just different. But when you realize that behind every desire is my desire to feel good, then you can start to realize that having your desires and aligning with your beliefs can then help you to achieve them. Then you do start to have a more peaceful, positive, present moment each and every moment. So thank you, Margot, for letting this message come through. There is no reason that anyone holds for any other reason, there is no desire that anyone holds for any other reason than that they believe they will feel better in the achievement of it. And that's, again, not something we can all understand about everyone else. But when we can see it within ourselves, give others grace of knowing that we're not going to understand them and their desires, we can't because they're not ours, then we can have a more peaceful present. And I feel that was really special to repeat for you too, Miss Margot, today. So thank you for allowing that message to come through for you and anyone else that it connects with today. All right, we're going to move on down the list because I tried to keep this to a lunchtime live hour. Okay, Miss Sue, thank you so much for being here and requesting a card and allowing Spirit to give you guidance today for your best and highest good. It's wonderful to have you. I am becoming consciously aware of my inner being. Oh, what a lovely time and journey, Miss Sue. We refer to that non-physical you as your inner being or your source. It's not important what you call that source of energy or life force, but it is important that you are consciously aware of when you are allowing a full connection to it and when you are restricting it in some way. And that really is a wonderful awakening, epiphany for many of us to start to realize that I am becoming aware of that inner being and that I am able to connect with my etheric self, which is connected to etheric source of creator of all, source of energy, God, however you are most comfortable referring to that life force energy. It's when we know that we feel good, then we know that we're connected to it. And when we know we're not feeling good, then we have disconnected. I believe it was Wayne Dyer who shared it. I don't know if he originated it, but I heard him say, when ego moves in, it means we're disconnected because we are edging God out. And I love that thought, because once I start to take over and think I know, then I know I'm not always with alignment with my etheric self, because I don't know everything. And I sure mess it up sometimes, folks, just like everyone else does. But when we stay in the what I know feels good and right, then we are always doing what feels good and right for us. And we are in vibrational match. Okay, hold on, Mr. Oreo. We got a couple more folks here. Miss Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining me today and allowing Spirit to bring a card to you with a message for your best and highest good today. And for Miss Elizabeth, I will reach for the best feeling thought I have access to. Again, I love that. The best feeling thought I have access to may not be to the top of the ladder, but if it's one rung up, then we're moving in the right direction, as they say. Always be reaching for the feeling of relief that comes when you release a more resistant thought and replace it with a more allowing, better feeling thought. The stream of well-being is always flowing through you, and the more you allow it, the better you feel. The more you resist it, the worse you feel. One more time, folks. The stream of well-being is always flowing through you, and the more you allow it, the better you feel. The more you resist it, the worse you feel. Which is that gauge, that emotional guidance that Abraham brings through. Is we can reach for the next best feeling thought. We cannot jump a gazillion steps at once, really, unless we so choose. But we can, when we so choose. We can come into the present, connect with etheric, and know that we are in that flow. And the only reason we felt we weren't was because our ego came in, our physicalness, our humanness, our experience here. So know that you really can always connect with the etheric and get that guidance. And even if it's just one step closer, I love the, what was it, frog hop, where you would like jump, the frogs jump off of each other. They really, it's going to be one step at a time, okay? Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. And Lee, thank you very much for joining me today and allowing me to bring a message from Spirit to you through cards. We're sticking with this deck today, folks. I just feel really drawn in using it and sharing the messages from it. All right, Lee. My desires and beliefs are only thoughts. Your desires and beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is asking. Whether you desire it to happen or not, you are asking. Your desires and your beliefs are just thoughts. Ask and it is given. You ask through your attention, through your wanting, through your desire. That is asking. And that happens whether your desire is positive or negative, folks. Because in parentheses, word for word, whether you desire it to happen or you desire it not to happen, you are asking. Just as the card earlier is helping us to understand, is it's energy. Energy, we know our thoughts are things, our energy, we have instruments to measure it. We've come up with that. So now we can prove it and feel better to know that our thoughts are things. And when we put out a thought, that we are asking. And if it's always in the no, no, no's, the no, no, no's keep coming. When it stays in the yes, It's possible. Yes, it can happen. Yes, it is happening. I know it's happening. What a different energy. But they're both going to happen because that's the law of attraction, the law that works within us, around us, through us, all day, every day. And it is something that is great to understand. Just as gravity, we've learned to work with it, just as we've learned to work in anti gravity. They made lead boots so they could walk on the moon. They, have tethers so that they don't float off into nowhere ever to be seen again. So we've learned how to work with what we've got. Let's work with the law of attraction too. Okay. Thanks, Lee. That's a great message to bring through for everyone. And then I think it's Dipa, Diipa, Deepa, asking Spirit to bring through a message for only your best and highest good, and knowing that Creator of all knows exactly what you need to hear today. I will do my best to make the best of it. And this is a wonderful card to be so inspirational. A key to regaining your feeling of empowerment is to decide right now that no matter how good or how bad you feel, you are going to do your best to make the best of it. Do that again and again, and in a short period of time, you will find yourself in a very good feeling place. I can tell you, folks, firsthand that even if you're in a place that you don't want to be, you can dress it up and make it more comfortable for the time that you have to be there, and then you'll find that you won't have to be there for much time at all, because now you're happy, and your desires that you've been wanting to have a different place, you'll find yourself there. But you have to be in doing the best you can with what you got in the moment that you have it. And it's not just saying, well, settle for what you got and be happy. It's being happy and grateful for what you have, and knowing that we are meant to be grateful for all that we have experienced, know, see, smell, taste. Every part of our experience, we should be grateful and allow ourselves. There's the shoulds that shouldn't be saying should. We should allow. We can allow ourselves to feel just a little bit better. Now, Miss Charlene, I want to make sure I pull a card for you. I've devoted myself to allowing that message to come through every week. I won't put those unwanted ingredients in my pie. I love when Abraham brings through the pie stuff with Esther. She's so fun talking about it. Imagine yourself as a chef in an extremely well-stocked kitchen where there are many ingredients that are not appropriate for your creation, but you feel no discomfort about their existence. You simply utilize the ingredients that will embrace your creation, and you leave the ingredients that are not appropriate for your creation out of your pie. Now, this one I just have to tell you, for me, I immediately, and I love the way this picture on this card is, the curtains are being drawn and looking out exactly where you want to be looked out, where you want to see, not where anywhere else, but you want to see where you are, and to know that you are the creator of your moments and your pie, you could say, your life. I choose to leave, major newscasts out of my pie. I get news for things that I really need to know, but that is not an ingredient that I need in my pie at this point. I feel the negative energy from it really does bring me down. So I've kept that out of my pie, and I find my day a much brighter day. That's just my life experience I like to share. And however that applies to you, please apply it, and trust yourself to know that You really can create your own experience here, and that's what we're meant to be doing. We are the creators creating with Creator in this experience for ourselves and for the good of all. Now, Bob, you don't get away without a card today. I'm going to do one card for Bob here. See what's for his best and highest good. And you know what? I'm going to this deck of cards. Oh, I'm so grateful I didn't. See? Grateful. So grateful I didn't hit that wire. All right, this is the Voice of Knowledge cards. I love this deck. It's a square deck, little different shape. Um, but Bob, I think this is the one for you today. I create an image for every secondary character in my story. The only thing I know about the secondary character is the story I create about them. The truth is that I don't know anyone and nobody knows me either. This is really a great card, and I know Bob's going to put this where it belongs for him, but I would like to just share it for those of you that um, are hearing that message. You know, life is a story that we narrate within ourselves all the time. We come up with things. It's my story. It's what I believe. It's what I think. That's how I saw it happen. And when you have a car accident, you have four people standing there and they all have a different story seeing the same thing. It helps us to really understand that we don't know how anyone else is interpreting anything or what their experience or going through, and whatever it is that they're going through, it's their story, not ours. And we shouldn't make one up for them as they should make one up for us. So as you find yourself doing that, folks, going through your day, know that, like, that's just me making up that story from my vantage point of whatever, and that's just me making up a story. It does give us more peace within ourselves. Um, so I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Again, if there's anything you'd like to check in with Spirit on, get some messages, or speak to a loved one who's transitioned already, and you're wishing to speak with them, it's always my honor to connect with you and connect you with Spirit guidance. And trust and know that as your week goes on, we will be thinking of you. And I promised Mr. Oreo a little cameo here, so we're going to get him up here. He has been jonesing and bringing his energy around to everybody. So just want to say thank you again for being here. And Mr. Oreo, I think, wants to go outside. He's just, he's always around when there's energy work going on, folks. He's like an amplifier, I think. So thank you for being here. I look forward to connecting with you if you feel so inclined, and I'd be honored. So I already scheduled next week's Facebook Live. I'd like to do the lunchtime with you on Fridays. If you can make it again, I'd love to see you. And if you have anything to say about any of the messages or the experiences that you've received, go on over to Donna Marie Crawford on Facebook and leave me a little message and let me know how they resonate with you, or how they connected, or how 3 days from now it all of a sudden makes sense. Anytime is divine. And Oreo, you're taking over the whole camera. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.